They say on a big stage, that's when big players come out to play. And the stage was certainly big enough in the KFC Yum Center in Louisville. A whiteout from the Louisville fans, Jim Boeheim versus former assistant Rick Pitino. But instead, the big players were absent for Syracuse. Scoop Jardine checked in with no points. Chris Joseph got into foul trouble early. And instead, it was the sophomores who stepped up. CJ Fair with 13 points and Fab Mello with 11 to lead the Orange to victory.
I told Scoop he's shooting 50% now the last 2 games. 100% one game and 0% this game.
Scoop, he couldn't find the basket today, but he was still part of our team, leading us on. He wasn't in there at the end of the game, but he wanted to just win bad as anyone on the team because he never beat Louisville, and this was a good game to send Chris in Scoop ball.
We know, like, if he doesn't score, somebody's gonna go there and score. And I know he doesn't worry about that. He just worried about winning, and that's what we got today.
Kevin Barry with WAER's Bill Spaulding. And Bill, at the end of this one, it looked more like it was a game that Syracuse just found a way not to lose.
Yeah, that's been the story of the season for Syracuse this year. Even in games where they haven't played very well, this game they played really poorly on offense, they still have enough to win. Today it was the defense that willed them to a win. They didn't allow a point in the last 3 minutes and 38 seconds. And when I talked to players after the game, they said it was the huddle with about 4 minutes left to play and a timeout on the floor. When they decided, hey, this is a game we're not going to lose, they gut-checked, and they found a way to get that win.
And at the end of the game, it was your senior leaders who were on the bench. Instead, it was the sophomores who were on the floor when it mattered the most.
Well, I mean, Syracuse has some great sophomores on this team with Dion Waiters, CJ Fair, and Fab Mello, and it really just showed the depth of the team. Because if you look to the last 2 games, against Georgetown, Chris Joseph, a senior, had 29 points. Against UConn, Scoop Jardine, a senior, had 21. Well, today Scoop scored no points, and Chris Joseph was in foul trouble for most of the second half. But Syracuse's sophomores willed them to a win, and they just have that type of depth where they can have players having an off day and still slide somebody else in.
It's a tough home stretch to end the season and start the Big East tournament. So what do you think about Syracuse's chances to win out?
Well, I mean, Syracuse just got through what was supposed to be the toughest stretch of its season, 3-0. So you got to feel pretty good if you're a Syracuse fan moving forward. The players feel good about it. Coach Boeheim said after the game he's going to be optimistic and just call this one a defensive struggle. He's not going to focus on the bad offense. So I think Syracuse still has a couple tough games left. They have to play this Louisville team again. They have to go to UConn. But overall, you got to feel pretty good about Syracuse closing out the regular season.
Alongside WAER's Bill Spaulding from the KFC Yum Center in Louisville, we'll send it back to you guys in studio.